Thanks for watching Puppet Master FPV. That's for you, Mr. Steele, fidget spinner hater. My kid loves them, so suck on that. Alright, what do we got here? We're going to be doing a product review. I haven't done one of these in a while. This is going to be on the Foxeer Legend 2 Action Cam. You can see I have it nicely set up on my little platinum tripod here. And this works real well if I want a stationary camera. I just hook up the Wi-Fi app on my phone and I can see what I'm filming and change all the settings and do lots of good stuff. Then also this of course comes off and I'll give you a much better look at the camera. Comes with a cap for the lens. That does not come with Runcam 2, no cap. This one has a cap. See, that's a really nice, I don't know, 2.5 maybe millimeter lens. It's not a rubbery material. It's more of a flat black, like a hard plastic. Yeah, it's hard plastic. You have 3 screws to access the back and take the camera apart. There is no way to switch out the battery, so if you were going to switch out the battery, that's what you're going to have to do. Basically, whatever battery's in it. It is very easy to charge the battery, and it has a pretty quick charge, so I haven't had any issues yet. But I've only flown limited amounts. I've only flown 2 or 3 packs, filming at 1080, 60 frames per second, when didn't even notice any of the battery going down barely. So it does have decent life. There's the SD card slot on the side. People are always worried like, oh, on a crash it might pop out. Not really. It's recessed in there, and it was the mother to get it popped in there. I really don't see it popping out. I'm not bothering to put a piece of tape. Call me living dangerous. It's got nice venting up here. This is venting. For people who don't know, they wonder what all these dots are for. This is so your camera doesn't burn out, and it's very important, so don't cover that up, or if you do cover it up, cover up as small amount as you can. Like, for example, I'm mounting this camera on my Blade Theory XL, which is a Stretch X mini quad, and I use their Foxeer straps, which are nice and slim. And the reason for that is as it covers, they might cover a small amount of the venting, but not very much. Plus, when you're flying, you're getting a lot of airflow, so you don't have to worry. But the suckers get hot, especially when you're running at the higher frame rates and higher definition. 1080p, 60 gets pretty hot. 4K, 2.7 gets really hot. So, this is very similar to like a Runcam 2 or a Mobius, but higher quality. Well, at least higher quality than the Mobius. You know, with a Runcam, it's going to be, you know, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. You know, which way do you like it? Because they're both so darn similar. This one has some neat features that the Runcam 2 didn't. And I have owned both. So right now I'm still in the beta phase with this. I just received it and I'm doing testing. If you go on my YouTube site, well, of course you are right now, you're watching this video, but go back and look at the last few videos on my mini quads. I did a test on both the Mini Vortex today, and yesterday I tested it on the Theory XL, and tomorrow I'll be doing a lot of testing with it, as much as possible, on wings, quads, and stationary. I also filmed my son at the pool. We went down to the pool today because it was hot, and I did a little film test with the brightness of the day and the water. I wanted to see how it handled in those extreme conditions, so I'm going to post those videos as well. So there is a lot of footage. There's already some up there, and there will be more coming right after this video is posted. Just look for stuff, you know, time dated right around it on my video list. But this Foxeer 2, what intrigued me about it and what got me to pull the trigger was the Foxeer Legend 1 was a pretty good camera, but it, you know, I guess it had some issues and then they came out with this, right, to fix those issues and make a better camera. Um, the Wi-Fi works very good. There's the very cool app to download, and that's what makes everything super easy. You can download the footage right there onto your phone without a cable, just uses the Wi-Fi. That's super handy. And RunCam had that. I really like that. What RunCam 2 doesn't have that this has a lost model alarm, and I suggest putting that on. So if you just get cast into the bushes and ejected from your quad or your wing, after it's not moving for a few seconds, it starts beeping. Man, is that handy. That is super cool. It'd be nice if it was a brighter color, but they do come with these grommets, and you can go on pretty much Banggood or anywhere like, GearBest and get these for like a buck probably each. And they come in all kinds of different fluorescent colors. So for me, I don't mind it being gray as long as it makes that beep, which I have it set to. That comes in really handy. I almost always use the 1080 60 frames per second. You can also do 1080 30 frames per second. Or here, why don't I do this? You hold this down for about 3 or 4 seconds, turn on, and that's good too, so you can't accidentally turn it on. I have mine turned off for the auto record. Some come with it turned on, some come without, it seems. So I have that turned off because it was doing that right when I took it out of the box. If you turn it on, it starts recording, but I don't want that. I want to be able to be in control of it. So let's connect it to the Wi-Fi of my phone.